Robert, in this video we'll be talking about the latest on Jadon Sancho, a deal with Juventus potentially being off, Rashford and Bremo, Emery as well, links as well, which we will also summarise in this video. So let's get into it now. Juventus and the Sancho deal looks off now. Juventus and Napoli are unwilling to match Sancho's salary demand. Both clubs have no problem in paying the 25 million fee, but his wages are a problem. That's coming from Fabrizio Romano. Napoli have now given up on the Jadon Sancho deal. So listen, Jadon Sancho, for me, a player who it's always been very difficult to get him out of Manchester United. He's a player, for me, who just doesn't have that cutting edge, clinical edge. And we know the wage demand are always going to be tough. Now, Juventus were interested. Again, it's just the wages. Juventus are going to offer 90k per week, but Sancho obviously doesn't want that. He wants more money than that. And I think that's always been the issue with Jadon Sancho. Why does he want this much money? You can understand, like, at a point now, he's at an age in his career where he's entering the peak years of his career, or he should be anyway, in terms of ability and quality and performance. But as a player, he's just a nuisance to have, and it's very, very difficult to sell him at this current moment. I mean, what's it, 25 mil? You can't, like, he's on 350k a week at Manchester United. Like, the wage he's getting is absolutely ridiculous, and the fact that you can't take a wage cut, like, his wage demand is so high, it's obviously it's not the football that is main priority at the moment, does really show where we are at with Jadon Sancho in 2025, and it is a huge concern. It is massively disappointing, but I think you have to accept it, move on, and just accept that this is Jadon Sancho as a player. He's a very, very difficult customer, a player you don't really want at your club. And yeah, listen, looks like the deal with Napoli and Juventus is off due to salary demands. I think it's now hopeful that Fenerbahce can come and get the deal done. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, Rashford and Barcelona. Now, Barcelona want to offer a simple 1-year loan deal for Rashford, including a standard fee and paying a large part of his salary. They do not have any plan to buy him permanently due to financial restrictions and desire to bring in Nico Williams. So listen, on the Rashford situation, I think with Rashford, he's a player, as I said, we know he wants to leave Manchester United. We know he wants to go, and he's a player, listen, who Barca bound. He could be Barca bound anyway. For me, Rashford, Barcelona would be the perfect move for him. In terms of from a Manchester United perspective, if you look at the player, I mean, ridiculous team they have, ridiculous attacking department. Would Rashford slot in, and would Rashford be able to get regular minutes in that team? I just don't think he would. I mean, you look at, they got Rafinha, Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Ferran Torres is still there. Yes, his dream move is Barca, and he probably wants to be anywhere but United at the moment. But we've seen reports suggesting that he could continue at Manchester United in pre-season if he cannot find a club. And that makes sense. I mean, he's contracted at Manchester United. But you never know. There is always a chance Rashford does stay at Manchester United. As I said, I don't think that's right for both parties. That's not what Rashford wants. It's not what United and Ruben Amorim want. And I think it's time to move on Rashford. Again, 1-year loan deal. Would it probably help United? Yes, but I just think you don't want another loan deal. You're paying Rashford to play for Barcelona. Like, I know that's how loan deals works, but it's just all about getting a permanent sale for me. Next thing I want to talk about, Warren Zaïre-Emery. Manchester United are exploring a move for Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Warren Zaïre-Emery. They have asked for information on him, that they've considered several midfield options. They have a very high set price and won't budget easily, making any deal challenging for now. Manchester United explore a move for Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Warren Zaïre-Emery. Now listen, he's a player who, again, listen, last season, or I remember a couple of seasons ago when he kind of was regularly starting for PSG, he was a very, very good player. I think he was 17 when he broke through. He's still very, very young now. He is definitely a talented player. There's no doubt that. Is he the sort of profile in midfield we're looking for? Probably. I mean, he's powerful, can carry the ball, technical. I think we do need a number 6. I think the concern would be about his defensive ability. But again, he is a good player. Again, though, the price would probably be an issue. With Zaïre-Emery, obviously, it's very difficult for him to break into that PSG midfield. I mean, Vitinha, Neves, Fabio Ruiz, all world-class players. And I think that's probably why he wants to leave. As I said, his development has been very, very good the last couple of years. And he certainly would be a player to look at. I think he's an interesting player. I think the doubt with him obviously be adapting to the Premier League. You look what's happened with Manuel Ugarte when he came in. He has struggled to adapt. But there's no doubt the quality is there. Zaïre-Emery's a young player. I think would fit in this Manchester United team. He kind of reminded me of a similar player to Kobbie Mainoo. Powerful player in midfield. and carry the ball. Is he the sort of profile that we need? Probably not. But with Eriksen leaving, we probably do need a sort of creative midfielder, or who can do that Eriksen role. He's young, I believe he's 19, and would slot him straight into this Manchester United team. So let's see what happens with that. Now the next thing, one move I've been told to keep an eye on is Diogo Costa to Manchester United. United priorities after Cunha and Bremo is a striker, but if sales are positive, they will look to upgrade on a keeper. Portuguese international Costa is highly rated and is someone United are looking at. So, listen, Diogo Costa, for me, listen, good keeper. One who's always been linked to United. He's at Porto, I believe. Very, very good shot stopper, can save penalties. I think he's Portugal's #1. Again, if we're in need of a keeper, he could be one to definitely look at. He's an option I'd definitely consider. I probably would prefer him over Emi Martinez based on the age, the price as well. You can probably get him for cheaper. So yeah, that's that. And just quickly on Mbeumo, Manchester United reached an agreement for Brian Mbeumo and are happy to pay the 60 mil base fee. I think we kind of known that. That has just been the latest on Mbeumo at the moment. But yeah, let's see what happens on that. This has been the latest updates. Sancho to Juventus and Napoli looks off. Let's hope. Let's hope some club will come in for him. And yeah, that's really it. Obviously, Mbeumo, we know the update. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you did enjoy.